Welcome to the Crimeycade podcast. I am the Mad Conservative Crime Fighter, and this is episode 84 of the Crimeycade. Yeah, I've about 2 years going on this, getting about to that point. Well, you probably have heard the weather this weekend is royally going to suck. Yes, extreme cold and a lot of snow in the midsection of the country. It's not going to be fun. Sub-zero weather. Yeah. Deep southern Illinois, that's kind of in the mid-south area, maybe seeing more than a foot of snow hit the ground. In my neck of the woods, it might be anywhere from 6 to 8 inches. Further north, not so much. Yes, where located? You're in Tennessee. I'm in Springfield, Illinois. So Tennessee may get a lot of snow. Or at least it's in the area that's expected to get a lot of snow. So, yeah, I'm not going to be going out of the house very much this weekend. Yeah. I still have my Christmas trees up. Believe it or not. Typically, I take it down during Martin Luther King weekend, but I went to the Galloping Ghost last weekend, and so the tree takedown got delayed a bit because I don't get to look at my trees as much because I moved the computer into this room, which the big tree is out in the living room. I have a mini tree over here with the smaller gaming ornaments decorating it, and actually I bought a mini tree to put the miniature gaming ornaments on it. So this weekend will be kind of work around the house, clean up, and who knows what else. Anyway, all right. Last week here on the Crimeycade, our guest, and let me throw this back up here. Good. I'm going to keep it to this view because, yes, Erika is here. Just I got to go through this introductory spiel that I typically do. I'm going to hide the chat for a moment. Last week here on the podcast, our guest was Stephen Haywood, the co-host of the Tech. Well, he was the co-host of the Game Masters. This is incorrect. He is the host of the Tech Buzz. He is the co-host of the Game Masters, and a little bit. He is a fellow podcaster as I am. They have only done about 30 some odd episodes. I've done about 84, obviously, and I had his co-host on a year ago, Brandy the Gamer Aimer, and it was his turn to come on. So I was glad to have him. We only had him for like a little, about between an hour and a half, because he had already done his own show that same night as a reschedule, because he had other stuff going on. And of course, I am wanting gamers. If you work in gaming, you're a attorney, competitor, create content, have notoriety, you're a gaming fanatic, let's talk. Message me. You can do it on Twitch or you can do it on Facebook.com/TheCrimeycade. And obviously, these are the outlets that I air my show on. If you are watching on Twitch, follow me on Facebook, Crimeycade. If you're on Facebook and you have a Twitch account, follow rap_sheet or bit.ly/Crimeycade. We'll get you there too. Replays of past episodes are on my YouTube channel, tiny.cc/PWCI. And I have to do my now weekly running post on Beezer. It did not show up on the Galloping Ghost arcade floor this week. don't know if it will show up next week, as it will be number 1075. I expect a particular other game to show up there that week. It is supposedly the end of the Vault series. So next week, we'll see if that's the case. But I think Doc Mack is going to go for the Magic 1100. I think he's going for 1100. He's not going to stop Monday Mystery. Even if he's out of room, he's not going to stop. He's going to keep going because he wants to surpass any other past arcade that had 1100 games on the arcade floor. And there is a card in the Walter Gay trading card set that claimed there was 1100 games on the arcade floor. So, and I'm going to toot my own horn. New house highs and world records at the Galloping Ghost Arcade. Yeah, you see my name 6 times. Swap Police, kind of like Gamshara, Cabal, Blood Brothers. Who knows what else? 225K on that one. Kairos, 388K on that one. Ray Force, 822K on that one. Duguyun, 814 on that one. Return of the Invaders, a little short of $750,000. And the Big Karnak, 135, 300. Oh, you may tell me, oh, somebody else took these scores from you. You don't have these scores now. I get to toot my own horn. I'm going to toot my own horn a little bit. Yeah, these scores may not be in my hands, but Thursday morning, these were all in my hands. So, and the chase for tokens continues. I moved up a spot finally. I was sitting in 5th place here, and I slightly moved ahead of Jamie Tibbetts for the 4th place spot. And the Gamer of the Year were the power rankings at Galloping Ghost. Those 6 scores I took, I moved up to 9th place. I've been stuck in 10th forever. Felt good to get up 10th place for once and move up to 9th. But unfortunately, that was only for this week. Even if it's just a few days, I'm just glad to have moved up the ranking a little bit. So, now, one last thing before we bring in our guest, and there's stuff to talk about. I have other news to bring up, but my level 2 challenge card is complete. I got the last 3 games covered on my card. I'm going to throw the chat back up here. Yes, they said their tree is still up. Yes. And Duck Mac, yes, he is awesome. Anyway. 2 other gamers completed my card. And I had to play House of the Dead as one of the extra challenges on my card. Mortal Kombat also got put on my card by one Andrew Owasco. Mossy's gave me House of the Dead. So there's an issue that I need to address with these cards here. Because House of the Dead got added on, I had to get 15,000 points on it. Took me quite a bit of time to get over the finish line. However, while I was playing, somehow player 2 got activated. And of course, someone walks by, notices that player 2 is activated, and assumes that I hit the button trying to cheat or make it easier to get across the finish line or something. Then, of course, you know who comes over and grills me about why I'm got player 2 activated, even though I didn't hit player 2. Now, there were several credits inserted in there, unfortunately. Whether a kid bumped it because Monday there was a lot of kids playing all the House of the Dead games, including me, because I was trying to complete that extra challenge. So, what I think is going to happen, if it's not going to happen already, because everybody's trying to complete these cards and other people's cards, and it's pretty much on the honor system here. You complete one of these challenges, you send a photo that's saying that you completed the challenge. Well, I would expect, I suspect, and I would expect that pretty soon you will have to video record your runs on all the games on these challenge cards to prove that you didn't continue, didn't cheat, didn't do any chicanery. I'm pretty sure that's going to happen very soon. That rule is going to be implemented. Now, right now, Andrew and Claudio are up on their level 7. Mossy Zagopian has completed more challenge cards than anybody else. Yes, they are challenge cards. Yes, that is something they offer at Galloping Ghost. If you're a newcomer, you will you can take on the 3 AAA cards. There's levels 1, 2, and 3. Once you complete all 3 of the AAA cards, they will give you a custom challenge card that's in your name. So it's all about the challenge cards right now. It's all about the challenge cards. So you ever make it over to Galloping Ghost Arcade, take on these AAA cards and complete all 3 of the AAAs, and you get your own personal one in your name. Now, once you get your own personal one and it becomes live, beware. Besides you trying to complete your challenge cards, other gamers are trying to complete your challenge card so they can get auto-complete points. Those auto-complete points allow you to get past the challenge that you are having trouble with. In my case, I am using a auto-complete point on one of the extra challenges that got added onto my card. In this case, Mortal Kombat. They wanted me to get 4.2 million on it. Well, guess what? I'm not that good on it. I tried Mortal Kombat and could only get about a little more than 1 million, but the computer opponent is pretty tough, and I don't know how to exploit the AI. There's several other gamers that are going to exploit the AI, but I don't know how. I'm not that good at fighting games. I'm just average. So it's better that I use my autocomplete point so no more challenges get added and I can move on to the next level card, level 3. All right, tonight's guest, and we're going to show her trailer. I'm coughing up a storm. Well, we'll just show the trailer and to introduce our guest for tonight.
Hi there, my name is Erika and welcome to my channel. I'm a filmmaker enthusiast and I'm really excited to start this channel because a little over a year ago I started my pinball journey. As a filmmaker, it only felt natural for me to document the process by taking videos and photos. And as I went deeper down this pinball hole, I had my family, my friends, and even strangers ask me questions, which got me thinking how I could share what I've learned. Typically, I'm behind the camera, but in this case, I'm so passionate about pinball that I'm willing to be in front of it for once. I can't wait to share with you all the fun and exciting things that pinball has to offer. I'd like to introduce new players to the game. I want to interview people from the pinball community, such as arcade owners and professional players. I want to share tips and tricks and just so much more. So whether you're a seasoned player or a curious new beginner, your new home welcomes you. Stay tuned for my next episode as we journey through the world of pinball together.
And here she is, Erika. Erika Svensson?
Svensson, yeah.
I mispronounced it.
It's all good. It's a S and V don't go together in the English.
Yeah, I know. It's, I think, what is it, Swedish?
Swedish, yeah. You got it.
Well, welcome in. You're going to miss all the snowfall this weekend.
Yeah, definitely.
Being in
California, not so much.
Sunny California, yeah. Although wildfires are a problem over there, but we won't talk it. We'll get into that. So let's get started. Well, originally you're a documentarian. What kind of describe some of the documentaries that you've been a part of?
Well, I've been working in the film industry for about a decade. And for about 7 of those years, I freelanced and I was working on movies, TV shows, and commercials. And then for the past like 3 to 4, I guess it's about 4 years now, I've been more in a corporate setting, working as like a production supervisor, coordinator, for studios. So I was in-house working, managing equipment, shoots that came in, all sorts of stuff. I have worked on some documentaries when I was freelancing, but now I document pinball in a way. That's kind of what I've been recognizing and what people have been asking me and telling me, just because I'm super interested in the history of it and learning about it. And yeah, this year, definitely 2025, I have a lot more that I'm going to dive into. So yeah.
So what is a documentary that's been published, or the last one you did before you started doing the pinball stuff?
Well, most of the documentaries I worked on, I just freelanced for a day. I couldn't say if I know if any of them are out. I am on IMDb for movies. So I remember I worked on one crypto documentary before I knew anything about Coinbase, and all I remember was I was like filming stuff at Coinbase, got a free shirt, met the guy, like the CEO, and went to his apartment to shoot his like section. Drove people around. So I did a lot of like PA work, so like production assistant work, and as the years went, I did coordinator work, producing, production managing. So a lot of stuff with budgets and getting people to do things you need them to do, renting cars, hotels, spending money. Yeah.
So you, at some point, you decided, you got into pinball or gaming in general. What was the hook?
I would say when I started my corporate job, I moved from freelance into corporate. And so then I was working like a 9 to 5, and I finally had time to myself. I realized so after 6, I was like, no one was bugging me because I was so used to working like 12-hour days, 16-hour days, super long. Like I would go to work and I would go to sleep, and then on my days off, I would just like rest, and then I would start it all over again, working on another movie or TV show, just like kind of grinding it out. So I had a friend. It was during the pandemic where I got this new job. It was about in 2022, so still like pandemic-y, right? Like there's still a little bit there. And I was working from home a lot. So I had a friend that's like, "Oh, Eric, I bought a pinball machine. It's the best thing I've ever done." And I was like, that'd be fun because I was working from home. What am I going to do on my lunch breaks? What am I going to do? So I was looking to buy a pinball machine. And from there, I bought a Lord of the Rings pinball machine and just freaking, yeah, the rest is history. I just fell right into pinball. So I was about probably 27 then because I'm 31 now. So yeah,
So, okay, so Lord of the Rings was the first pin you played
that I bought.
that you bought.
Yeah.
But what was the first pinball or video game you played?
First pinball or video game. I have like a vague memory when I was young playing pinball at the Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk. And I'm pretty sure I was like 8 or 7 and I was playing Pirates of the Caribbean. I remember that. And I believe Lord of the Rings was there too. And I just remember my siblings getting mad at me for wasting tokens on pinball because it didn't give redemption tickets and they were trying to like win the prizes.
Redemption.
Yeah.
I call that kitty gambling.
Yeah. But I remember that I had like a small like for it there. And then it wasn't until later in my adult life that I started seeing pinball again. The first pinball machine I remember really playing back as an adult was Attack from Mars, which is like a really great classic game. It was at a bar that was by my friend's house that we would go to after we would finish shooting for the day. And I remember I didn't even want to drink. I just wanted to play this pinball machine and beat my friend. So yeah, I'd say Attack from Mars was also something that sparked. But I did play a lot of video games growing up, but I'm like a middle child. So I watched my brothers play, and if I didn't finish my homework in time, then like they would jump on it first when they finished their homework, right? So I remember watching them play Kingdom Hearts, Final Fantasy, Sonic the Hedgehog, Kirby. I remember I loved playing the Disney skateboarding game and
the Disney skateboarding game.
yeah, not a lot of people know it. I'm trying to like find it on some sort of way that I can
Disney
re-download.
skateboarding game.
Yeah, it's so fun. You like can play as Disney characters and yeah.
I'm gonna look that up. Oh, Disney's Extreme Skate Adventures.
Yeah, that's the one.
For the Game Boy Advance.
Yeah, I played on the GameCube a lot.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I never heard of it.
Yeah, it was my jam. I played that. I couldn't say there was a lot of video games I beat. I liked Katamari, Jack and Daxter. I played Tomb Raider a lot. Tomb Raider was really fun. So, college, I played League of Legends. So I don't know if that counts.
League of Legends is one of those, gosh, esports games that I just didn't care for, or at least I never got into. I don't know what system it was for, but these esports college teams were like playing that and some other Dora, wherever the heck that was, or Dota.
Yeah, Dota. Yeah. Yeah, GameCube was great though, Kevin. And hi, I know Manu. I have had many pinball journeys, many with him. MPT3K, he's in the chat there.
Yeah. So, first, yeah. How old were you when you said you were 8? What year was that?
I was born 94, so I guess 2004.
Okay, so 2004, and you was when
six,
you played
2002.
Lord.
I can't do math.
Ah, wow. I was born in 71, so I started with during the electromechanical era of pinball, but also came in when Pong was released, and but it was Space Invaders, and in my case, it was by hook. I couldn't tell you what pinball I played first. If I know I did play pinball back then, but Space Invaders was first in the mix, in my opinion, or at least got me into gaming.
Yeah.
So you're transitioning out of or at least in the documentaries, you're kind of getting out of shooting random documentaries and then you got hooked on the pinball. What makes you decide I'm going to go on a journey, I'm going to create a pinball channel and plot a course to wherever it leads, the
Yeah.
path leads?
Yeah, so after I bought my Lord of the Rings pinball machine, and I had a lot of friends that were, like, asking me questions. Or like, "What are you doing buying a pinball machine? Like, what is this?" And I just, like, found myself repeating my story, and it just
Mm-hmm.
got to a point where I was like, "You know what? I should just, like, put this on YouTube so my friends can watch it and, stop asking me questions." But then,
Well,
I noticed, or I got some small bit of recognition, and some people started reaching out, and people were all excited about it, and I was excited about it, and I felt like it was one of the only places I could really vent out this, like, new big love I had, and this deep passion, was
mhm,
just sharing it with others that also shared it deeply. Because I could have put it on my personal page and just shared with my friends, but I have, I'm growing up in the age of where the internet and social media and all this stuff, right? So I was like, oh, well, I could, like, actually build this community. Like, I really didn't think much of my channel when I first started. I wasn't planning to be where I am now, but yeah, it's pretty cool. But the 90s Bram Stoker's Dracula and T2 are pretty good. What I love about T2, it's the first game with a dot matrix display, Terminator 2. That's the first game with a
that
dot
was
matrix.
really the first.
Yeah, Steve Ritchie.
I didn't
Um,
know that.
yeah, and then,
I'm
yes, Manu, I did also wanna take over the world. That was, my other thought. And hi from Canada, Jeff. Hi.
gosh, I'm gonna find out. No, it's actually 1991 Data East. Well,
Google says
Google
differently.
uh, Google Gemini AI claims it was 1981's Data East racing game Checkpoint. I don't know
Oh,
if that's the
no.
case. That's what it claims. I don't know if it's correct because AI makes mistakes.
Yeah. I'll have to look it up. I was told it was Terminator 2, but honestly, could be
Maybe on
something
the
else.
maybe for the Williams. Oh
Yeah.
gosh, they just I just saw a map and now they're telling 12 to 18 inches going all the way of snow coming. Boy, they upped it.
Oh, your snow, man. I don't experience much snow. I do have friends that, wanna go to Tahoe, which is, like, 3, 4 hours from me, and I could go snowboarding there if I wanted. Not right now. My foot is I got surgery on my foot early last year, and I'm still, like, feeling the process of recovery, so, yeah.
I'll tell you this. Um, I slipped on the ice, twisted my foot, and I was trying to rehab it in time, get it fully rehabbed in time before I went skiing for the first time. Thank goodness, though, ski boots completely immobilize your foot so you can't twist it.
Yeah.
But
Ugh.
I could not. My upper torso went fat, didn't move as fast as my legs, and I was always having to hit my land on the ground before I went moving too fast
For
on the
sure.
skis. I have not skied since.
Yeah.
But you said you injured yourself, and I did notice that in some of your videos that you were wearing a boot
Yeah.
and you were on, I guess, a
Scooter.
bike.
Yeah. Like a knee
What
scooter.
did you do? You say you tore a tendon.
Yeah. I was just running. I was running outside and I rolled my ankle really, really bad and I tore a tendon. So,
What'd you do? Did you step in a hole or what happened?
yeah, I was like, yeah, I actually, you're right, Kev. I did hurt my foot from kicking so much ass. No, yeah, I just I was on uneven pavement, kind of like back roads. I was running on a road, but I would say it's not paved super amazing. So yeah, it really sucked. And for a long time, I actually didn't get checked out. I just kind of was told I might have had like a sprained ankle because the X-ray came back clear. And then I just like didn't run for a while, and then it got to much longer, and I was like, I think I should get this checked again because I'm still hurting. Found out I tore a tendon. So it was a very long journey. There's a lot with it, but I'm on the road to recovery. I'm a year and a month in to being recovered from the surgery. So there's still quite some time to go, but I'm back in the gym doing some things. Not
The
running.
boot is off.
Boot is off.
You're walking around.
It's able
not
to
it,
do
and
hikes.
you're able to. It doesn't, and you don't have any discomfort walking.
No, not walking, but definitely there's some pain here and there from like positions that don't feel as fun. So
Yeah, no fun. Having to rehab a foot.
yeah.
So, jeez. Okay, so yeah, I have it wrote down here. First plays, arcade, hybrids, or arcades, pinballs, but kind of touched on that. Um, Jeez. So I kind of looked at some of the content on your channel, and I want one of those 360 cameras.
Yeah. Well,
One of those videos I saw was
they're a lot of fun.
yeah. What is that?
That's
what
the 360. That's the 360 camera.
What? So I don't own one. I am a videographer. I shot ringside at wrestling shows for years.
Mm-hmm.
Still kind of do it on occasion.
Nice.
But I don't have a 360 camera. What do you recommend I get? Because I'm going to be going back to Midwest Gaming Classic in a couple of months. I've done walkthrough videos of that, but I kind of like moving my view around without having to turn the camera so the viewer can like look at wherever the heck they want as I'm walking through.
Yeah. No, it's great. I mean, yeah, I could send you a link after. I use the Insta360 X4. And I would say the new one is better. I want to buy it, but I tell myself I don't technically need it yet. I know Jeff in the chat, or he was pinged in a little bit. He has a 360 camera as well, and his stuff looks great. And yeah, it's fun. It's a bit of a pain to edit, to be honest. If you're going to export it 360, if you are going to record and then decide what angles later and export it from just a single POV, not 360, you deal with much less stress. But if you don't have Adobe, like if you don't have a Premiere, it can be hard because unfortunately the software that this runs off of doesn't let you export, or at least doesn't let you edit the exported videos. So if you wanted to like chop it up and put the 360 video together that way, it wouldn't let you do it. You have to like just cut off the end. You can cut off the ends, you can shrink to whatever 360 section you want. But yeah.
So you need Adobe Premiere because I have DaVinci.
Oh, you could probably do it in DaVinci too. I just don't use it. But yeah, Jeff, there's so many features too that I don't yet use that this year I want to try to utilize. I have like 6 pinball tours I haven't posted yet just because of the editing process. And it's a lot of gigabytes. I've exported a video that was 200 gigabytes, and they're just massive. Yeah.
Jeez. Yeah, it's like 2100, and I've like refused to go higher than 720.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's wild.
Yeah, and I got I got a 10 terabyte hard drive, but now it's like you want to buy anything that's storage or memory, the prices have skyrocketed.
Yeah, definitely.
Due to AI and all those demands for memory chips to fund those data centers. It's Yeah.
Yeah, it's a weird time.
Yes.
Yeah, 190 gigabytes for a 97-second video. Definitely
Yeah,
insane.
that,
It's so crazy. I have to just delete files. I just like don't know where to
what?
like, keep them. I just have so
Yeah, like,
many
yeah, I'm
hard
not
drives.
gonna blow that much hard drive space for
Yeah.
97 seconds. That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
I'm gonna just upload the whole daggum thing raw over up to YouTube.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's a challenge, but
I just wonder what the storage capacity of the 360 camera is.
well, I bought what happens is it makes these smaller files.
Mm-hmm.
1.21 gigawatts. Yes. Imagine the floppy disk. Well, I was watching
Gigawatts.
what movie was it?
Gigabytes.
Gigabyte.
Gigabytes, not watts.
Yeah. But I only what it does is it's kind of maybe it goes too much in for people, but it just kind of like makes the file smaller as it records, and then like it makes like a what's it called? I haven't done it in a hot minute. It's like a ProRes file or something.
It's something about a cube video.
Yeah.
I mean, I
But
was looking it up earlier just to see what file format it was actually doing, and it actually will save in as an MP4. Although, I'm looking at it right now. Oh gosh, yeah, Adobe Premiere. Yeah, God.
yeah, no, it's a
Yeah, that's gonna be up. That's gonna be pricey to get Adobe Premiere, and I already have to fight Adobe Acrobat for state
yeah,
employees like almost every day.
yeah.
Deal with the
Oh,
licensing crap.
yeah, Adobe Acrobat. I did also just want to take a moment to say thanks to my friend Jake who had you how we got to meet. Just because I hadn't yet seen your channel, and I guess you met my friend Jake at the Galloping Ghost Arcade, or I kind
Yeah,
of have to like think back to the email because we were chatting
Gavin
for
Ghost Arcade is my regular spot.
yeah. So, but yeah, my friend Jake that connected us. So thanks for reaching out. And yeah, it's cool seeing the stuff that you've won. That's pretty crazy, winning all these game stuff.
So you speaking of Chicago, so I was planning to go to the Pinball Expo last year, and something happened.
Hmm.
And my stupid cat decided to bite me earlier this week. Oh, God. Well, he attacked me in my bed while I was sleeping, just let out a big old scream, and then bam, bit me on the hand, and I had to go to urgent care because it hurt, and it was like the worst damage he's done. Well, state law requires that you have to take him to the vet 10 days after the attack, which happened to run smack dab in the middle of Pinball Expo. So I had to cancel going. So I had to scrap even going to the Pinball Expo because I had to
Oh,
take him to the vet after 10 days, state law. Otherwise, I get hit with a class 4 felony,
oh,
which
dang.
is even though I'm the victim. Because he had to get a rabies test, but he
Oh,
already had a rabies shot like 3 months ago. So he already had his shot, so he was current. But he has displacement aggression. So, but he saw something outside that made him mad, and he decided to lash out at me, and he's done this before.
oh,
Anyway, you went to the Pinball Expo. I didn't get to go. I wish I could have gone. So I'm going to ask you, and I was glad, one of the videos you uploaded was a tour of the Jersey Jack.
yeah.
I've been wanting to go there because I've already been to Stern,
Mhm.
but it's typically on a Wednesday, and I have another cat in this room. She's over there sleeping. She's on anti-thyroid medication, and I have to give that. Now I have to give that twice a day now. Although it's hard enough just giving it to her once a day. But anyway. your impressions of the Pinball Expo, because I didn't get to go. I want to hear what you thought, what you saw, anything anything comes to mind.
Yeah, I mean, Pinball Expo is like a lot of fun for me to go to because I feel like it's a chance where I get to see a lot of the other pinball creators that I'm like chatting with throughout the year and people that I chat, even just all the fans of like the channel and different things and the friends I've made from everything. It's a lot of fun to get to see everybody. I probably walk like 20 feet and then get in a conversation, walk another 20 feet, get another conversation. It's a lot of talking for me rather than like playing. I
Hmm.
did try to make more of a mission of what I was going to film this year because I actually did a road trip to Pinball Expo, which I'm in the process of editing. Editing is like the bane of my existence. So I am like spending these next few days really trying to hunker in on some of the videos I got coming out. Um, but yeah, I think that Winchester for sure was like a huge hype at Expo. Um, and what's super crazy about Winchester coming out is that like it's local to me. Like I grew up going to the Winchester Mystery House as a kid. Like it felt so wild to me that they Barrels of Fun, it's a newer pinball company, released this game. And yeah, oh, I've been there to that part, and I actually soldered my own little like pin where this expo walkthrough is. It was a lot
This
of
is not
fun.
your video. This is somebody else. I just the
Oh
first
yeah,
one they
totally.
pulled
I was
up.
all like, "You got my footage?" No.
No, this is who did I get?
Yeah. No, I mean, it's awesome. People did these walkthroughs. I did one the other year before and whatnot. But yes, Winchester is in San Jose, which is like about 30 minutes from where I grew up. So it's about maybe an hour or something from where I am right now.
Jeez, I'm
But yeah,
looking at.
a lot of fun. It was great to see Bash and Nudge, and there's some deviant art. Then we got the homebrew section this year was killer. Marco Specialties absolutely rocked it. I absolutely loved that. You can check out all the clips for Marco Specialties homebrew games on their YouTube channel. And they did a fantastic job with Manu, who's in the chat here, who's been popping in. He went and interviewed pretty much every single homebrewer. I'm pretty sure that brought a game.
I
Stern with
see.
Star Wars was great. I had got to go to the release this year. I went to two releases for games. I went to King Kong and to Star Wars. So that was a lot of fun to get to see people and see and play the games before others. So I had already had the love for those games. So seeing Winchester and seeing Predator as well, I got to there's Jeff actually who's in the chat in this video right here. Um, but yeah,
Cameo.
yeah, a little cameo there. But yeah, Expo is just a lot of fun. I think it is more of a like a maybe like a vendor show. Like if you're really trying to see and meet everybody from these companies, like this is an excellent show to go to. I'm not like a tournament player really. Like I used to kind of want to be like the best. I kind of was like, oh, am I gonna be doing my Ash Ketchum kind of story in pinball? But no, I'm not that great. Like I just like to play, and tournaments just take so long and they're very time consuming, and if I do videos
Yeah.
for them, it just adds the layer that I can't have. And I'm so interested in covering a lot of other things. Yeah, like there's also seminars there as well, like what Kevin's saying. And yeah, it's a lot of fun to go learn about pinball and really dive into people that are really into it. People that are really into pinball come to this.
Impressions. So you played the new pins that were introduced at the expo. Um, Tell us about them. I mean, Star Wars: Fall of the Empire was apparently the new release, which I not haven't seen in person yet
Oh,
because
okay.
I'll probably see it at Midwest Gaming Classic in a couple of months. But your impressions of the new pins that were introduced?
I mean, I love New Pinball Day. I'm like a big fan of like what people are making. I really like Star Wars. I think it's a lot of fun. I'm actually working on my video for all the pinball machines that released last year. There was about like 12 games, I think, 12 to 13. If I look at, I'd have to find my list again.
I
Um,
got to pause on this one here. Did you see this?
Yes. Yeah, this one is insane. Ernie is one of the creators for this. He's great. Um he's a huge like homebrew guy. A lot of people know Ernie. He's got Trident Pinball. And this is from, do you know like that this game was like commissioned? I'm pretty sure it was commissioned by Rob Burke, who runs this event. Like he wanted to make this. There is another like really big pinball machine,
Hercules.
Hercules.
That
That
one is
game is
bigger.
bigger. Yes,
Yeah.
it's insane.
It
So
wasn't finished. It wasn't playable, but it was like playing some
yeah,
Alien short.
yeah. So it's a kind of interesting. This is like the was definitely the coolest part. It took the show, I think. The This section here for the homebrews. That's also Ernie's game, Monsters Inc. It's absolutely amazing, super fun. Fast Pinball is great too. I went and road tripped with Aaron from Fast Pinball all the way to Expo. It took us about 5 days, I think. So
Okay.
that was really cool. And yeah, there's Adventure Time, there's BMO, there's Sonic Spinball. How did I not
That
get
you
that?
did not know the soundtrack to, which was you gotta have to pick up and play that one because
Yeah,
that's
it's a lot of fun.
pinball. That's all pinball,
Yeah.
mostly. Um,
Yeah, this battle station game was cool. Yeah, I
that's
just think
head-to-head pinball there. Yes.
yeah, a lot of the new games are great. I really like playing them, and uh yeah, it's a lot of fun to uh just get new pinball day. I wouldn't say I have any complaints really for any of the games that came out. You know, I know some newer games that came out that people don't really know about. They don't get a lot of exposure to is like Portal with the P3 system because it's kind of different. It is still pinball. I actually own one, so I'm hoping that more people get to experience that. But
We're
new,
still in homebrews here.
oh yeah, homebrew sections here.
Good grief. Yeah,
Yeah,
I missed out on a whole lot of
yeah,
things.
they had like 40 homebrews. Yeah,
And it's more than more than gosh, 2024. But that's kind of
yeah. It's just
2024. I was kind of stuck at Paul Zimmerman's table because we were sharing a vendor table and running a few tournaments. I don't know if you've met him.
mm,
We were kind of in a corner of this hall by a bunch of arcade machines. I don't. Did you go to 2024 or is it just 2025?
no. I went last year too, or
Okay.
the year before, prior. Yeah, 2024. I went that year as well.
Okay. There's Portal.
Yeah, Portal. That's a game I really love. That's a game that was super fun. I just got to play it at Manu's house. He's got it. I have the P3, so maybe at some point I'll be able to buy Portal for myself. But at the moment, it doesn't look like I'm getting a new game anytime soon. I
Princess
played Predator
Bride
as
was
well.
new. Princess Bride was new. Predator was also released.
Yeah, Predator's a lot of fun as well. That game's pretty cool. I think Pinball Brothers did a really great job on it. It's moving in the right direction, I think, for their games because I unfortunately wasn't as big of a fan of ABBA and their other games that they've released. Alien's cool too, but yeah, some of their past games, I didn't quite into them.
So Predator, I don't know. So you were in Chicago. I don't know if you made it over to Galloping Ghost that weekend or
I did. I don't think I didn't go to Galloping Ghost while during Expo, but I did make time for it when I went to go to, I believe, the Star Wars release or the King Kong release.
okay.
And
They got a
yeah,
pinball.
this is Electric Playground. Their stuff is amazing. They're really cool guys. Um, but yeah, they saw Galloping Ghost's pinball collection. It's a nice little collection, not as big as their arcade collection, but it's understood.
They
uh,
had a one of one Predator,
yes,
a previous version of Predator that's
yeah,
not the same as Pinball Bros.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think they
I
had
think it was
Alien.
I wanna say it was off when I went, but I might have actually got to play it. I'll have to see from my footage. It's been a while now.
Okay. Let's see, what are we looking at? We still in the homebrews, or we get out of there?
Oh, we got out of there. This is now Electric Playground, but that is a homebrew game right there, Big Trouble in Little China, because Electric Playground, had them join their booth.
Mm,
It's pretty cool.
yeah, I'm now getting upset. He's sleeping in another room. The culprit who bit me.
Yeah.
She over here is the elder one who behaves herself. Where she's down to 6.5 pounds and 18 years old. The other one's gotten twice as big as her, and anyway.
Cats, man.
Uh,
We love them, and they love us most of the time, right?
yeah. Jeez. That's. I'm looking at. Truth be told, I'm looking at this for the first time. I have
Oh,
not
wow.
watched this video, so I'm just kind of looking. We're just both watching together, kind of. Gosh, I saw that pastime banner hanging from the rafters. That's over in Youngstown, Ohio. Have you made it over there yet?
Sadly, no. I really want to. That is also Sir Rob Burke who runs the show. You know that he owns that?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So that's pretty cool. I haven't yet gone, but I want to. It's on my list of pinball places to go. Oh, I love Varcon. There's that game there. It's
Yes. Galvin
mini.
Ghost Pinball has that one too.
Mhm.
I'm all too familiar with that. There's always one at this expo every year, thank goodness, because I want to play that a few times. Um, arcade pinball disguised as an arcade game. Just another homebrew. Oh, good grief, pinball party. I didn't. Okay, so now I'm seeing some.
Oh, these look like these were the souped up. Like these people like made these games like really nice and pretty and restored them.
Enhance them.
Yeah, they
Yes.
enhanced them.
Oh, here we go. I think this is a new one.
It's Alice in Wonderland. Yeah, that
Yeah,
one came out the year prior. Yeah,
another Predator.
yeah. I think.
Jeez, I didn't know there was another one by Data East
Yeah,
or where the heck they were.
yeah.
Texas
This
Chainsaw
was a
Massacre.
bunch of spooky games. Evil Dead's really great. I would say it's on. I don't know how people feel, but I feel like Evil Dead came out at the end of 2024,
Hmm.
right? But like people didn't get to play it till 2025. So it's sort of on my list for 2025 games just because of that. Like didn't get
There's
to
King
play it
Kong,
at least.
but that's a proto,
Yeah, prototype.
and then a black and white
Like
version
the
of
Whitewood.
the Adams Family and the Twilight Zone.
Those were really pretty. Up close and in person, those were amazing.
Yeah, typically it's in full color, but this is a special black and white sepia version.
Oh yeah, Kevin, I gotta go to Raven's Arcade as well. That's a
Raven reskin.
not Raven's
Which
Arcade,
one was?
Moto's Arcade. I'm reading Raven's reskin, but yes.
Where's Wait a minute. Where was the Raven reskin?
The Predator was a Raven reskin, I think. Right?
Really?
That Predator that was there. Yeah.
There's a new one, Space Hunt.
Yeah, Space Hunt also. I've played that a little bit as well. That's from Hexa Pinball.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, this
Oh,
expo
I've got
it's
some
huge.
catching up to do on all the new pins. I better be able to have time to play all these at Midwest Gaming. I know all of them may not show up, but I've got to try.
Yeah.
Do you have any plans to go to Midwest Gaming Classic?
It's on my radar. I think it depends on like what I'm doing and what I'm involved with at the time, but I'd like to go
Late April.
if it works out.
Late April. However, the Hilton is sold out for Saturday. I had to go get a hotel room at the DoubleTree across the street, which I've done once before, but yeah.
It's not the same experience if you're not staying at the hotel.
Well, yeah, because quick entry and back to your hotel room on the skywalk, but now I have to exit the building to go across the street to the DoubleTree.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. I mean, I did that for Expo. I didn't stay there this year. It's really expensive, and some of the hotels nearby, they're just as good. And yeah, after a long day, it can be really rough to go back, but
oh
just
yeah,
gotta.
it's Schaumburg Renaissance
Mhm.
Hotel. Yeah, I've never gotten a hotel room in that building attached to this, and its prior location, the Westin
Mm,
and Wheeling. I like typically still stayed at a hotel nearby for a lot less money.
yeah. Oh, I the this year with staying at the hotel close by across the street where I could just kind of walk to, they had like a issue with their water. So the first day we got there, they're like, no hot water. And then the next day, they're like, "Sorry, we don't have any water at all." And it's just like, I was like, "I need to shower." When I'm at Expo all day, there's no way I can't like finish a day and not take a shower. So
Pin Balm, that would be the chapstick they were giving out.
yeah, Pinball, she's amazing. I did my 2025 tour with her, so I actually always pretty much got it on me. I like,
I have one, but it's run out.
yeah,
Ugh.
I finished one. That was a new one for me. I never finished chapstick, so.
Let's see, where are we at here? We're still
Yes,
running the
yeah,
middle
Kevin, if you heard about
floor.
the no water problem, I was part of that. Got to be part of that group where I just needed to get a reimbursement.
All right. Jeez. Let's
Yeah,
see.
there's so much there. Harry Potter was a lot of people excited about it. I mean, Jersey Jack's whole lineup was right there in chronological order, which was cool. Um, Last year it was Elton John, or no, Avatar. Avatar was being
Avatar. Yeah.
pushed, and the year
Elton.
before that was Elton John. Elton John's so good. I love Avatar too. That game's honestly really great. Harry Potter, there's so much going on in Harry Potter. I don't even like my brain still can't comprehend how much is going on in that game. It's a lot. Um,
I haven't touched it yet. Darn it.
yeah. Yeah. I feel like I definitely have pinball privilege out here in the Bay Area. There are so many people that get the new games and they show up. I played this one. This is new from Turner Pinball, Merlin's Arcade. I think it's cute. I think that they're they're getting their games, and I like their art design a lot. Like I like what they did with Ninja Eclipse, and I like the art for Merlin's Arcade. Playing wise, I'd say like definitely the games are fun, but I don't know enough about, or I feel like I don't know enough about layouts to really know why I don't enjoy something. There's like a foosball night in there. It's like a
Mhm.
knight, and then his bottom half is like a foosball players. I thought that was pretty cool.
What are some of the other pinball convention or gaming conventions you've attended?
I go to one local to me called Golden State Pinball Festival. That one is amazing. Um, and there's also California Extreme, which would probably be one you'd be interested in or heard of because it's a pretty big arcade games and pinball.
Mhm.
Um, and then there's Pinagogo, which is a smaller show out here in Dixon. Golden State is in Lodi. These towns are like pretty much middle of nowhere places, but it's pretty cool where they run the shows. Um, I've also been to the Northwest pinball show out there, Northwest Gaming and Pinball Show. Um, and this year I really want to go to Texas Pinball Festival. Never been.
I'm kind of stuck in the Midwest. I'm afraid to fly.
Oh, you don't fly. Mm.
No, I have flown in an airplane multiple times, and the anxiety of being not in control of your own destiny is there, and certainly I don't want to fly in bad weather either. But I haven't flown in multiple decades. The last time I flew, I was just like, I was feeling terrified.
Oh, I'm
So
so
it's
sorry.
just gotten worse each time. So I don't think I'm ever going to fly again.
Ugh.
I just take the Amtrak,
Yeah.
which I did going down to Texas, but once. Um, but I think I would rather drive.
Mm.
It's just me.
Yeah, I don't mind a drive. I've been able to drive cross country now. That was my first time last year driving cross country. It was a lot of fun.
Jeez. Well, I guess I should ask. Pinballs. You have a collection of pinballs in your house?
I do. Yeah, I have a few games. I have I think I have about 9 games now, collectively with my father. So, um, about 5, maybe 4 are mine now. I just sold a game. I just sold my Deadpool. Sad, but I have Lord of the Rings, Weird Al, Sing Along, Fathom, and Foursquare. Oh, that's 5 games. Yeah, four and a
Foursquare.
half because I share Fathom with my dad.
Foursquare, I'm not familiar with.
It's an old game from
Fathom.
the 70s. Yeah.
Okay. Fathom. I'm not familiar with that one either.
Fathom got a remake from a company that went down last year called Haggis. It's like a mermaid underwatery game. Um,
Okay.
so and yeah. No, I loved my Deadpool. It was my first new in-box game. I just sold it recently. However, I just like I know that I could see um Deadpool at like any arcade I go to. Like it's like pretty much every arcade and I was just like soft selling it. I wasn't really set on selling it, but I had someone that wanted to buy it. And the really cool thing about selling it to him was his birthday is the same day as the game. On the back of pinball machines, it says like when they were made. His birthday is the same day as the day that pinball machine was made. So they share a birthday. So I think it all ended up going to the right guy.
Oh gosh, I'm about to be joined by the feline who ripped my left hand apart,
Oh,
my right hand apart. Or, yeah, it's my left. This is my right. Injuries are on my right currently. God, gonna jump up here any second. Anyway, um, so here's my dilemma. I have a game room, so I have arcade games at my house. Um, being that I'm kind of more of an arcade gamer, more than I told you he was coming. Here's the culprit
the
that
culprit.
took a chunk out of my left hand because he was mad about not being able to take out an intruder that was in his territory. Idiot. There's that Wonderland game there again.
Oh yeah, this is another one. It's about the one that's like 1,000, less than $1,000. Alice Goes to Wonderland. It's really
thousand
interesting how
dollars.
so many people. Yeah, it's like only I think early buyers got to buy it for like $800 or something. But
Oh, good grief.
yeah, that was before all the tariff stuff. So I don't know where that company is doing with those now. But
Okay, so they were imported from out of country.
no, I just know that they were. I think guys from Arcade One. I think they were slightly impacted from it. I was like on their emailing newsletter list, but I haven't kept up. These games were super cool. I did a whole thing about the games that are on the left of what we just saw. Um, and then this is Planetary Pinball. They actually sponsored me for the show, so I got a ticket through them to Pinball Expo. So I have to thanks Planetary Pinball for also helping me get into the show.
Okay, I lost my question because I'm still got this cat on my lap that's going to do something stupid any time because I have to pay attention because if he'll take a bite at random
Uh,
times.
Well, yeah, you coming from the gaming world and me coming from the pinball world. I thought it was really interesting that you wanted to chat because I also feel like there is a lot of pinball video games out there. You were telling me about one. I didn't write it down. Are
Sonic Pinball,
Atari's Sonic Spinball, but you said Atari's.
Atari Video Pinball, which is an early. It's a so there's a pinball playfield and video game is or the game itself is reflected off a mirror onto that playfield. So you see the pinball layout, and here, yes, it was for the 2600. I'm gonna pull up. So I'm gonna leave this video here. I'm gonna pull up Video Pinball, the arcade game. Pinball. Well, there's this. Everybody knows this.
Oh
There's
wow.
the this console that came out, but this is the one I'm talking about. This.
What?
Have you seen this?
I've never seen that ever. It's that Galloping Ghost? I just like probably missed it because I was
Galloping Ghost does not have this on the arcade floor.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so then
Now I know somebody that does have one up in another town in McLean, Illinois, but oh gosh, this guy's going somewhere else. Oh, he's looking at something else. Okay, I've not seen this one at all.
Oh, wow.
Let's see if he goes
But
back to it.
video pinball. Wow, I've never seen that. I'll have to like video pinball.
This was released in 1979 or 1980, before you were born.
Just a little bit.
Yes. So if he pans down, I have it all. Oh, I guess he's going. Let me advance this a little bit. So here's the play field. You see that. So the video is reflected off a mirror onto this. The play field is like somewhere else.
So there's a real ball in there or no? It's video pinball.
No.
Okay, but it's reflected.
You do launch a ball. You can shake the table. You can cause a tilt.
Wow.
But the flippers, you basically control the action on the screen. Let's move this up. Here we go. So he hasn't started a game. Let me get to where he actually is playing.
That's so cool.
Yeah, the playfield's up top, so it's like hanging downward.
Now I have to wonder if anyone from the homebrew community has like replicated this game into be like not video format. You know what I'm saying?
It's probably in name. I'll tell you that. Oh, it says it was 1978. I thought it was later. That was a little later. No, it's this game is probably on MAME. So you could probably play it on MAME. Emulated.
Oh, cool. Right on.
This is the only one, I guess, looking like this. The theme they put in here was like disco.
Mm.
Okay, I think he's about to launch his ball. Or is he? There we go.
That's crazy.
But yes, if you have an Atari 2600, you probably have a game like this. It doesn't look this good, of course, but oh, it's blocky goodness. But
yeah.
Anyway, there was a few other video pinballs out there. Doesn't look like this, but
yeah, I'm getting a little bit into VR pinball. I have a Quest 3. And so there's a really great X arcade, like haptic feedback table that I saw at Expo that I want to get soon to play pinball in VR. Yeah. And I've seen a lot of really great things come from it. So,
but there's some. Now there was a Pinball Expo and several other places. Gosh, I could get it at Sam's Club. They have a pinball table, but you're playing off a screen. Well, in this case, Sam's Club was selling, I think it was Arcade 1-Up or Arcade Legend was selling pinball table. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. You could get it at Sam's Club. It's not this up here. Let me see. Arcade 1-Up. Arcade 1-Up? Could be Arcade Legends. Oh, this one. I think this is what. Yeah, this.
Oh, okay, cool.
There's a lot of this. They simulate the pinball table on a screen. You're still playing it, still oriented like a pinball machine. You have your back glass, and which is its own screen and showing whatever backlash of the game you're playing, and then the scoring table. Jeez, and it might be more accessible for the average player. But Mm,
Yeah. Well,
there's
very
this.
cool.
Well, I was going to ask earlier, and I forgot. I have arcade games in my garage.
Yeah.
They were formerly in my basement, and I had to build a garage with a back room to get them out of my basement if I was going to get anything more. I don't own a pinball table right now. Um, Many years ago, my dad remarried, and she owned a Central Park pinball machine, which was a part of the GameCube's was it Pinball Collection Williams or Gottlieb Pinball Collection for the
Mm.
GameCube. Um, so my bugaboo is whatever pinball I get first to put in my Crimeycade room. My fear is I'll get bored with it very fast and then need to replace it or get another one. So for somebody like me who's doesn't want to get bored with something I just buy because you know how much they cost now, these
Mhm.
new pinballs, even a used pinball,
Yeah.
because everybody's trying to get one. Do you have any advice for me on how to decide what pinball to grab first and not regret my decision too quickly?
I mean, that's pretty hard because every pinball machine is a different vibe for everybody.
Mhm.
I really love Lord of the Rings, but maybe someone else doesn't. I would often recommend buy a theme that speaks to you. You know, like if you really like turtles, maybe pick up a turtles. Turtles is actually pretty hard, so I wouldn't actually recommend a turtles. But yeah, I don't
I
know,
played two
and
different
depending
versions of it.
on budget too, yeah, because there are 2 different pinball for turtles, but, yeah, starting with what Manu said, I'd start with what is your budget, because, I mean, I know people that just flip games though, man, like, I just listened to a podcast where a guy was talking about how he's had 60 games in 4 years, and so
Oh,
maybe you
jeez.
depending on how it feels to move things in and out of your house, you know, you could maybe trade a lot. There's a lot of people that trade. There are people that like build little communities. And like, I know there's a group of guys that like all go in on a game together and then they like cycle the game around between all of them. So, but yeah, tending to focus on theme first and foremost for sure. Finding something that you have a lot of fun with, and I don't know. I feel like I there are some games I don't really get bored with, or I do like pinball math in my
Mhm.
head. So when I sold Deadpool and what I sold it for and how much I bought it for, I kind of did pinball math. Like, okay, I had this game for about 3 years. Um, and I'm selling it for this, which is maybe like I think I sold it for like 1,000 less than what I bought it for. So
Mhm.
1,000 divided by 3, right? That's kind of like how I did the math. That's like what I was paying per year to own this game. So,
Although I kind of would think that one of the newer Sterns it would be something that I would hang on to long term, just because it's got a lot of replay value versus
mhm,
kind of the early, like the 70s, 80s pins.
yeah. Um, and then I see
Question
here,
in the chat, by the way.
what do I think of multimorphic? Theoretically, it makes it easy to switch games. I have a multimorphic. I got super great deal on my Weird Al, and it does make it nice because I have currently three modules. One of them is being lent to me actually by Manu here in the chat. Um, but yeah, I love my multimorphic getting to swap out games. There's mini games on them, so that's also like a route. It's just very expensive route. I got pretty lucky with the deal I got on mine used, but not if you don't have knowledge on fixing games or you're not super comfortable like picking up lifting the hood. Um, you know, that's going to be kind of challenging. Um,
My other challenge is transporting anything
mm,
that's arcade or pinball because I don't own a truck. I don't own a van. I have a Prius and then whatever. and then the Geostorm that I won back in 1991 in the Nintendo Campus Challenge.
Oh wow,
Still,
that's
I don't
great.
have a truck. I need a truck or a van to
You
haul
can
anything.
you can rent them from like I don't know if you have Home Depot out there, but
Springville
or
doesn't have Home Depot. We do have Menards
do you
and
guys got
Lowe's. Menards and
yeah.
Lowe's.
Yeah, I said the Home Depot. There's what's that other one called? U-Haul. Yeah, you can go to U-Haul,
U-Haul,
rent a
yeah.
truck for the day. Yeah, there's so many people that like trade and like move games around. I would say never be afraid to sell a game, you know? I think like there are so many people if it's not your cup of tea, maybe it's someone else's. Do your research so that maybe you're not overpaying for a game and like biting more than you could probably chew and sell it for someone else later. Like I feel like you can go on Pinside and see like what people are selling games for. And that's
Yeah.
pretty nice. Um,
Now there is a dealer in Decatur. You probably did encounter them in your tour of the Pinball Expo. It's Tilt Amusements, run by Troy Smith.
mhm. Oh, okay. Tilt Amusements. Yeah, I've heard of them.
Yes, they have an open house every so many months.
Yeah, and you know, I'd say Facebook Marketplace is really good for selling stuff. Like I'm on Facebook Marketplace like every day.
For
So
selling, but uh if you want to buy something on Facebook Marketplace, like a pinball or an arcade game, and gosh, an arcade game came up on Christmas Day and they were selling for $40. It was kind of in rough shape, but it was fully playable. Uh it was bought up very fast.
mm, yeah.
A pinball machine came up and kind of, but it was like on a work day, and I would have to leave work, borrow a truck or van to go run down. Of course, it was already, didn't take long for that thing to be bought up.
Mhm.
So yeah,
Yeah.
I'm at a severe disadvantage, as in I have a job, work regular business hours.
Yeah.
They put things up for sale, but they don't, if it's something, if it's a hot item, it's not going to last. If it's a good price, it ain't going to last. It's not going to last more than a few hours, if even an hour.
Yeah.
And it's frustrating.
Yeah.
100,
It's a
good night. Yeah, I see this here. 70
Some people
games.
that means he had games. I wonder how was the shortest period of time he owned a game for. For 100 games out of 365 days. The pinball math on that is wild. I don't I have a car that now fits pinball machines in it, but I wouldn't say it's super fun to move them. They're like, 3 to 400 pounds. But yeah, I actually also
How
didn't
you
realize
fit it in there?
I got like a mini SUV. So I got
Okay.
a Ford Bronco Sport now. So if
Well,
it's
an SUV would work.
yeah.
Just not a Prius or a sports car or a hatchback. It's gotta, if you can slide it in, it's good. If you can't, forget it. You better rent a vehicle.
Yeah.
Oh, anyway. Let's see. Well, you say, so do you, oh gosh,
It
yeah.
does fit. Yeah, Deadpool fit in my, Bronco Sport, yeah.
Um, I think a Deadpool came up for sale, but I didn't want to pay. Or
Yeah,
some Stern pinball came up for sale for $6,000. I didn't want to pay $6,000.
yeah, it's
Um,
expensive.
even though it was used and it was relatively modern, or maybe it's Foo Fighters. Either way, um, you don't play in competitions. That because they kind of take all day.
Mhm.
Um, how how good are you at pinball?
Mm,
And did you play? Did you play? Did you have any prior gaming um feats, glory, or
no, I would say that, I played, video games a little bit,
mhm.
and I got the VR, stuff now, but, yeah, when it comes down to it, me and pinball, like, I think I think I'm okay. I'm not like the best player, but I know how to nudge now. I know a few skill shots. I know a few different tips and tricks on like how to get a multi-ball. Like once I find out where a ball lock is, I'm like, cool, I need 2 more of those. I get a multi-ball going. There's a bunch of stuff like how to start a mode, follow the lights, listen to the game if you can. So yeah, I'd say I know I can play a little better than like just anybody that's just like kind of come up play pinball for the first time. But yeah.
Yeah.
I
But
also realized I didn't know how long we were gonna chat for. So I don't know if it like about 5-10 minutes, or if you had a lot more questions. I'm so sorry.
yeah, I don't. Yeah, we get long-winded.
Yeah.
So here's the thing. My podcast can go for an hour to 2 hours, and sometimes even 3 hours, depending on how long-winded we get. Yeah, typically I'd find out how much time you have and kind of plan accordingly. Um, so if you only got about 10 more minutes, we'll just kind of run through the rest of what I have on this sheet. So, jeez, what are your plans for 2026?
My plans for 2026.
Future goals and all that.
This year I'd really like to post more than 4 long form videos. That's a goal of mine. Last year with my surgery, I wasn't posting as much and I had like some stuff happening in my personal life. But now I'm like back in it. I'm doing freelance again. So doing more pinball full time and trying to just get a lot of stuff out there, how to be creative and get people interested in stuff. Yeah.
Any score chasing pursuits on pinballs or video games for that matter?
Score chasing. So I had a Lord of the Rings pinball party like 2 years ago, and my buddy Gene put up a high score on my Lord of the Rings, and I still haven't beaten it. So I would really, really love to beat his score. However, he was playing my Lord of the Rings for like 45 minutes. Like it was
In one playthrough.
in one play.
Oh gosh. What was his score? Just curious.
He's got like 150 million something because he got to Valnor. He like beat the game and then he like was playing again. So
Okay.
yeah, Gene's a really good player.
Now you're not participating in the big competitions. Are you playing in any of the smaller ones?
I play in leagues. I'm part of the San Francisco pinball department. So I play there at Free Gold Watch. And then I also am starting to play again at the Flipper Room, which is in Concord, California. And that place is really amazing. I love their decor. I also play in tournaments every once in a while at the Rewind Arcade. I actually do their social media. So if you want to follow the Rewind Arcade on Instagram or Facebook, that's a lot of what I do. Yeah, and then now I'm also helping with their business, the Rewind Pinball, which he's now a Stern dealer and a Barrels of Fun dealer. So if you're looking to buy a Stern pinball machine or a Barrels of Fun game, you can reach out to me and I'll get you in touch with my dealer.
Is there anybody? So you're being a documentarian. Is there anybody you're looking to meet in the pinball scene?
I've met Roger Sharp several times. He's really sweet. I actually have, if I have it here, I'm pretty sure I have like a phone case signed by him. Like,
okay.
Or I had him sign my phone case. If I could find it. I just cleaned my room. Or like my files in my room.
I know the Sharp kids dominate the Pinball Expo tournaments.
Yeah.
Every year. Which is why I don't enter.
Yeah, Zach and Josh Sharp are really good. I've met Zach many times at Stern. He was really sweet. He's actually the one that reached out to me when I was just starting my channel. I remember I was like only like 800 subs. I was at work and I got an email from Stern being like, "Hey, we're doing a new release for a game. We'd love to fly you out, get you a hotel, and have you come here and like take a video of our game. And that was like really crazy because then I was there with like maybe 20 other pinball creators who I like watched their stuff and admired their work. So that was really cool. And so I made a little video about it. It was for John Wick Pinball.
Okay.
That they flew me out. Every time after that, no one has flown me out. I have paid my own way to play these games and see them. So
Gary Stern, you meet him?
I met
Yeah,
Gary Stern.
you
Yeah,
did.
Gary, super sweet. I've had the pleasure of meeting him several times. Yeah.
Have you been to the Pinball Museum in Las Vegas yet?
No, there's so many pinball spots that I want to go. That is my like 2026. Hopefully before the end of this month, I'll have released 2 videos. One of them maybe being like the shows I want to go to, but I do have an idea to like make a video about like top 10 pinball spots I want to visit. Because past times you said earlier, the Pinball Arcade Hall of Fame, right? Like you also have Next Level out in Oregon. So many amazing pinball spots. I've now got to go to the Electric Bat Arcade, which was a place I really wanted to see because they've got their stuff going on. And yeah, just a bunch of other. There's a place in Nashville, like the. Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm.
You familiar with? Oh, it's what's it called? It's
It slipped my mind, but everybody and their mom was like, everyone and my mom was telling me about it.
Game Terminal. Yes.
There we go. Thank
Yeah,
you.
Game Terminal. That's like I really want to go check out there. Yeah, a lot of really fun pinball spots. There's just so much fun stuff about pinball, a lot of really cool resources.
Game Galaxy's another one. Oh, he knew. Fun spot pins they got.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well,
Oh, you're in Nashville, Kevin. Really cool. Oh, sick. 2023 Pinball Expo.
except this is the Galloping Ghosts. So this was the arcade tournament belt. Galloping Ghost held their own arcade tournaments at the Pinball Expo. This was the last one. I tried to win this belt for 5 years. I finally win it in
Whoa.
23, and they have not done any more. In fact, they
Wow.
haven't been back to the Pinball Expo the past couple of years. So they're going to
Wow.
C2E2 now.
Wow.
So, all right. So it's 9:30, aka it's 7:30 your time. It's just, you got a live evening left. So geez. Any final words of wisdom you want to share before we get out of here?
Fun words of wisdom. Go
Final
out
word.
and play pinball, go support your local arcades. Share love to creators that you enjoy. Be sure to be showing up and giving support. Kev, I appreciate you being in the chat tonight. A lot of love from you. And I saw Manu and Jeff and some of my other friends. I didn't know, and we got James and some other really cool people. So thanks for joining in. Words of wisdom, just like I'd say for this year, with the way things feel, for me at least, is just try to keep a calm mindset, stay positive, find your people, find the people that make you feel safe and make you feel at home, and go play pinball.
I should have asked this one earlier. Is there a pinball machine that you're seeking out that you like, that you've heard about, but have never gotten your hands on, that you want to play badly?
Now video pinball.
Yes.
I really want to play. Someone in the homebrew community is making My Neighbor Totoro, and I really, 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 really want to play that. But of like a real game, I'd be down to play Pinball Circus. I feel like that'd be cool.
So that would be. So there's one prototype at the Pinball Museum in Las Vegas. I don't know if it's working though.
It's not working. Yeah.
Ah!
Yeah.
I
I
know
keep
somebody was trying to build a new one, and they showed it off at the Pinball Expo years ago. I don't know if it was ever finished.
Yeah, I know a homebrewer that has finished like a replica of Pinball Circus. I just haven't got to play it.
It's unfortunate that that
Yeah.
never got completed, but
Yeah.
it's could have been a hit if the people weren't afraid to. But then again, good grief! I didn't even ask you about some of the hybrids. If you play Baby Pac-Man, Granny and the Gators, there's certainly Star Wars Episode 1 and Revenge from Mars,
Yeah, I've played
like the
all of them.
Williams 2000 pinball system.
I like the Granny Gator one a lot. That one has been fun when I played that. Baby Pac-Man they have at the Flipper Room close by me here. And then at the Pacific Pinball Museum out in Alameda, also by me, they have both the Star Wars and Revenge from Mars games. And it's fun. I think that they were ahead of the time and they were just trying to do something different to get into the same world that video games were. Pinball was really struggling then, so they were just trying to do what they could.
Caveman's another one. Um,
Yeah. Oh yeah, Caveman Man. Yeah, yeah.
yep. All right. Oh, somebody says
George Gomez. Yeah, George, he's so wonderful. I really love George Gomez. Got to chat with him a bit this year. So I helped connect him and a guy that had him get shouted out on his TV show. So he was written in someone's lines on there for the show Watson. It was kind of fun.
all right. Erika, I want to thank you for coming on to the Crimeycade. And if you make it back to Chicago, hopefully I'm going to be back up there, or maybe you make it up to the Midwest Gaming Classic
Yeah,
in
classic.
3 months. But make a decision soon because you might have a hard time uh, staying at a, gosh, 20,000 people were at that. And a couple of years ago, the line was all the way around the Bard Center, Wisconsin Center, and to get in. So I had to change things around to kind of get people into the place sooner. But I always get the very important gamer package to get in Friday night and not have to wait in line for anything. So
Oh, crazy. Yeah, it's on my radar. I'm hoping I can make it happen, but we'll see. It just depends.
all right, Erika's Pinball Journey on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, probably a few other platforms under the same name. So, all right.
Thankfully, yeah.
All right, Erika. Have a good night and stay warm. Well, you're in California, so you ain't got to get this winter storm we're going to get blasted with.
No.
Lucky you.
Yeah, no, definitely.
By the way, my sister just moved back to California. I don't know why, but
So it's nice out here.
although I'm kind of jealous because over in California, Super Mario World at Universal Studio opened, and I need to go either there or one in Florida because I'm the former Nintendo champion. So
Yeah. I've been fun.
I still got cats to deal with. So
Well, I wish you luck with that. Best of luck to your hand healing. I'm sorry that your cat hurt you. But thanks everybody for tuning in tonight. I got to thank my friend Jake for connecting us and for you reaching out to have me come on. Glad I could do some pinball talking on your arcade show. It was cool.
all right, Erika, thank you. Good night, and have a good night.
You too, man. Thanks.
Bye. All right, Erika's pinball journey will continue. I do have a couple items I needed to touch on before we get out of here, and there's actually some pinball news. So, and I gotta pull this up here. So there was some fallout from the incident in North Carolina a few months ago, and looks like I got messages popping up. So typically the International Flipper Player Association has been going on. It's pretty much dominated the competition scene, but it looks like a new regional pinball association is starting up relatively soon, and they're in the planning stages. they're looking like kind of a regional group is starting up fairly soon. Looks like I'll have to cover this later, but new Facebook group, and they're based out of North Carolina, but here it is, the State of Illinois logo on the screen. So I don't know where they're going to be based out of, but they basically want to have a more regional um, player association that, it's kind of more the merrier. See, they want a new competitive pinball sanctioning body that operates alongside the IFPA and kind of be a more regional thing, um, kind of more of a state finals thing instead of just kind of dominate the entire country, broken down by each state. So they're still playing this. They're on Facebook. You'll have to look up the group because they do have an application. There is an interest list. So this is in the playing things, and there are no membership fees and RPA dues required for 2026 at this moment. So if you have any interest in that in the pinball realm, go check that out. All right, let me take this down real quick. So, gosh, I gotta pull this up again. Share screen, window. Here we go. All right. I kind of had something to talk about. I was on the game Masters on last night, and kind of an editorial where YouTubers were being blamed for for something, which they kind of went in a different direction than I expected. But I will say, there's been chatter about YouTubers pointing out their complaints about how the gaming scene has been going in the wrong direction at times, and there is news that pretty much the gravy train for AAA titles has run out. You know what? I'm going to take this down for a moment. I'm going to see if I can get this back up here. Looks like I'm going to have to reopen this window here. Oh, that's not the window I wanted to share. Let me get this back. Here we go. This is the one I really wanted to share. This is cut. So the gravy train is dried up for AAA titles. I know you probably saw earlier this week that Ubisoft has announced they have canceled 6 titles, including a Prince of Persia remake. And, during COVID, there was a lot of money being thrown around, grant money and stuff. The days of 9-digit budget games are over. You'll be lucky to get 7 digits to fund the production of a game, and so it's going to be a lot of AA titles are going to dominate the gaming scene in the next few years. The AAA titles is pretty much going to not be so much unless there are a major publisher like Capcom developing the next Resident Evil sequel. So they're trying to fund Fallen, and they're having trouble raising about getting funding above $1 million. Obviously, Ubisoft, they're closing 2 studios, and it's just still a bloodbath in the gaming scene and producing games in general. So, let me take this down. All right. Upcoming, and I'm going to share this before I get out of here. All right. Arcade Wars is still going on. January 2026. The game of the month for January is Final Fight. We are, Comic Ghost is in the lead, believe it or not. We are fully qualified and going against the Garcade and One Up Arcade. There is a tournament in 2 weeks. Tecmo Bowl in Pekin, Illinois, at the Advantis Dome, formerly known as the Dragon Dome, Saturday, January the 31st. If you want to participate in that tournament, and I'm trying to get the information up, and messages are hitting my phone right now, and I've got to figure out what the heck is going on there. 2 divisions at the Super Bowl tournament for Tecmo Bowl. That's for the original NES system. Competitive, experienced, and casual. The entry fee is $35. You can go to AdvantageDome.com to go register for this tournament. I don't know what the prizes will be, but I don't know. This is the first year that they are doing this tournament. There's supposed to be another tournament over in Indiana, an arcade tournament the same day, but that got canceled. So, C2E2, March 27th through the 29th. Gobbling Ghost Arcade will have a big presence over there. I have no plans to go this year. Thankfully, it's not in conflict with anything else going on. Any other game cons or events that I need to go to. But I've only gone to this once. But Gobbling Ghost is going to expand their presence this year. So they got a lot more space to play with. Game Out Expo at the Phoenix Convention Center in Phoenix, Arizona. Why would I bring this up? I will tell you in a second. Because some key person is going to be appearing at the Game On Expo. The Augusta Video Gaming Expo, the organizer of this event, will be appearing on my pod in a few weeks. This is happening on March the 27th. Paul Niemeyer and Michael Thomason will be there. That's the inaugural event in Augusta, Georgia. Retrofest, March 21st, 2026, the same day over in River Oaks, Texas. Why am I bringing this up? You'll see in a second. Louisville Arcade Expo. Yeah, I'd like to go to that one. That's going to be a gaming. It's in Louisville, Kentucky. Gosh, the same weekend as C2E2. The Como Retro in Columbia, Missouri on April the 18th. I'll have a conflict on that one too. I don't know if I'm going to make it to that one, but Midwest Gaming Classic on April 24th through the 26th, the 25th anniversary. Apparently, my streak is 20 or 21 right now. I will be heading back there yet again, and maybe I'll have a 360 camera to walk through with it. Well, next Monday, my guest will be Micah Rossi. He will be doing the Retro Gaming Championships at the Game On Expo in Phoenix, Arizona. Special day and time, Monday, January the 26th at 6:30 p.m. Central Time, 7:30 Eastern. I had to do it on Monday because he's going on a road trip middle of February and he will be gone a month. So I wanted to get him on sooner rather than later. So he is the gaming champion that came after me. I'm the 91 champ. He was the 94 champ. And I crossed paths with the person that he beat in the final. Oh, that'll be next Monday. But next Thursday, I will have Craig Bass, the Year of Phoenix filmmaker, another documentarian. He is producing Ghost Lord and the Quest for Dark Presence. We'll get a status on where that documentary is. This is supposed to be the first documentary that I've ever appeared in for gaming, and I'm glad to be a part of this. And then February the 5th, Thursday, I will have Miguel Ventura, who organizes Retrofest in Texas. David Bryant is a reschedule from a few weeks ago. He manages the Augusta Video Gaming Expo, and then I'll have Scobie Colt, who is running the St. Joseph, Missouri RetroCon later this year. By the way, I forgot to put that in the rotation of the announcements. Anyway, that will do it for this edition of the Crimeycade podcast. I will be raiding the channel. And who am I going to raid tonight? So I'm coughing up a storm. I will raid somebody good. But until next time, I'm Max Subscriber. Hope to see you around the arcade soon. And have a good night, everybody. Okay, I'm going to raid. I'm going to give the raid to Mia Yim. Official Mia Yim. She's a professional wrestler, but doing a lot of game streams of late, so I'm going to give it to her for the first time. Till next time, I'm at Subscriber. Have a good night, everybody.